Hey everyone, it's Simo here, or Matt, whichever you prefer. Which productivity app is better? Is it Obsidian or is it Notion? Well, it's all of them and none of them at the same time. Bear with me here. Have you ever spent hours upon hours researching the best productivity tool, downloaded it, and then set it up perfectly, and then did absolutely nothing with it? Yeah, me too. Don't worry. And here's the kicker, it's not the tool's fault. It's not even your fault. It's because productivity isn't about a tool, it's about you. Today, we are diving into the philosophy behind productivity, why tools are overrated until they're not, of course, which tool is better suited for you, and how to actually get stuff done without losing your mind. By the end of this video, you'll understand why no tool can save you. No tips or productivity channel or a new productivity guru can save you unless you first understand yourself. So bear with me here, grab a cup of water, sit back, let's get into it. So first of all, let's answer the first question. It's not the tool issue and it's not a you issue. Then what is the answer? Well, it's an identity issue. So let's get into the basics. Your identity shapes your value. Your values shapes your actions, your decisions. Your actions shape the results you get. So most people are trying to cut this cycle, moving direct into the action or even sometimes the results. And that's not how it works. If you wish to become healthier, then parts of your identity must be of a healthy person. On the other hand, if you believe that you are a lazy person and rely solely on productivity apps and tools to help, then your identity is rooted in laziness. No matter how many tools you use or how many times you get a burst of motivation, you'll eventually relapse and revert to your perceived identity, which is of a lazy person. Now, I'm not saying that you need to wake up tomorrow morning and declare yourself the most productive person on earth. That's not how it works. Changing your identity is a gradual process. It's about small, consistent shifts in how you see yourself and how you act. For example, if you want to become healthier, then instead of thinking I need to work out more, start thinking like I am the kind of person who prioritizes health. That shift in identity will eventually lead to better decision making. The truth is, you don't need an endless motivation or a million productivity tool to help solve the issue, because to solve the problem, you need to identify the problem and you need to first see it as one. If laziness is a core part of your identity, then being lazy and neglecting tasks is not an issue. It's part of who you are. But if you see yourself as an organized, well-driven person, then laziness and neglecting tasks becomes an issue. It contradicts with your identity, and you will start making decisions that solve the issue. Your brain will find it as an identity conflicting thing. It will correct the behavior slightly over time to be compatible with your perceived identity. Don't push yourself too hard though. Our brain is wired to protect us and conserve energy. When you do something that conflicts with your identity, your brain get conflicted and try to resolve the issue. And when you do something that doesn't align with your identity, your brain feels conflicted and tries to adjust your behavior to restore the comfort. This process naturally takes time. It differs from person to person, so don't rush it. Start by gradually shifting your identity bit by bit, and your behavior will follow naturally, almost instinctively. As you progress, you learn how to identify what helps you to be more organized and what you need to achieve more, whether is it in your career, relationship, or anything. Now, let's talk about motivation. A lot of people, and I am guilty of that, in the past, thinking that motivation is this magical force that comes out of nowhere and makes you want to do stuff. Spoiler alert, it is not. Motivation is a byproduct of action, actually, not the other way around. See, here's how it works. When you take action, even a small one, your brain releases dopamine, which makes you feel good. That dopamine hit makes you want to make more action, which releases more dopamine, and so on and so on. It's a feedback loop. So if you are waiting for motivation to strike before you start working, you're doing it all backward. Start with tiny actions. You want to start journaling? Take a pen and a paper right now. Pause the video, maybe even put it in watch later playlist, and start writing something. Anything. Talk about anything. How this morning was. What you want to do this day. Even it was simple as just being alive and being grateful for life. Anything, just start writing. And most of what we need is to start. We wait for motivation to start, and it's all backward. We need to start, then we get the motivation. Motivation is a byproduct, it's not the cause or the reason to do stuff. Go on, write something and go with the flow. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait until these videos end. Even that will hurt my statistics. It doesn't matter. Don't wait for the right moment. Start now. Start doing anything. Write something. That book that you want to read, read one sentence. Don't read the whole pagers, 2 pager. Read one sentence right now and read another sentence tomorrow. And by the time you will find that it's way much easier to read one sentence. So maybe I will read the page. Next day, 2 pages. Next time, 3 pages, and go on. But it's all start with simple things. And don't wait for the right moment. Even if it was just a minute before the day end, you can still do something. It doesn't need to be big. After you find yourself and your identity, then you ask yourself what I can do to do what I'm doing more efficiently. Maybe you realize you don't have the mental capacity, the physical ability, nor focus to handle all of this at the same time. I see you there, ADHDers. In that case, consider what you can allocate to a third party and what tasks and things you can delegate. Perhaps a friend, a partner, or a family member can help. Or maybe even technology can take some of the load. That's it's all what it's about. When you find yourself and you try to be more efficient and productive, then you search for things to allocate and delegate tasks and functions to them. So let's take this thought process. For example, managing information and tasks. You might use notes and lists. Then you find an app that making task lists easier and more convenient, like one of the 100 million to-do list apps. For example, Todoist or the to-do list from Microsoft. Then you might need visual reminders. Maybe you need visual reminders like me and an ADHD. I need everything to be upfront and see it all the time. So maybe search and find the Tick app that have desktop widgets that you can use and visualize your tasks anytime you go to your desktop view. You forget things and you don't use your laptop all the day, then you might need an app that have synchronization feature and also sends notification for due tasks and remind you of things. So you search and find the ads that suit you and suit your needs and wants. And that's how you approach searching for tools. Not the best one or the ultimate better one. You will find arguments for any of those. Let's think of it of something else like daily journaling. You've heard that daily journaling is beneficial and it helps your maybe ADHD or just help you think straight and clarify your mind. And then you start journaling on your pen and paper. You find it a bit boring and you need more features. Maybe you go digital. So for me, as an ADHDer, I've heard that daily journaling helps me manage my ADHD, and writing in a basic note app make me bored. And also, I want a dedicated place to all my daily journaling entries that are all in the same place. So wait, there is this app I heard before. It's called Obsidian. I can use it for journaling, and it also could sync across multiple platforms and makes journaling more appealing. Oh, wait, there is community plugins that I can use to customize my vault to my needs. That enhances visuals and functionality of my Obsidian vault, making it more attractive and easier to use. You got the idea. Everyone has different identity, different needs, and a unique path. Even if we share similar challenges, our solutions might vary. My journey might lead me to use apps like Obsidian or Notion or whatever, while someone else might abandon digital tools and solutions altogether in favor of the old school pen and paper. This is a reminder, I don't say that pen and paper are useless. They are so important to unlock your creativity and writing and stuff like that. So I use a combination of both digital and paper. Or maybe you can take a completely and drastically different approach. Because the thing is to solve the issues, to solve the challenges, and not the tools themselves, and not how you do it. And ultimately, there is no best tool. There is no ultimate solution, a method, or one strategy that solves it all. A tool is a tool. It is both the best and the worst. It's all depend on you and what you need. So before going on a rampage search for the best productivity tool or even watch my own videos about dudes, I highly suggest you to go find yourself first. Find your identity. Discover yourself first. Your identity, your values, your goals, develop systems that might incorporate the use of digital apps or not at all before diving into productivity tips and tricks and productivity gurus. And wait a second.
I'm sorry, is that me?
Yeah.
I'm talking about myself too.
Let me tell you this. No app or device or someone like me can help you unless you truly understand yourself and understand who you are and what you want. And just a slight segue for ADHDers out there, I know that you might think I can't even focus to begin with to start taking straight and have a clarity of mind to decide my identity and the tools that I need and stuff like that. I have a suggestion and an advice based on scientific studies. It might sound cliche, but it's very, very helpful, especially for those who are unmedicated. Take advice of a professional. If not available, I highly suggest you to meditate every day. Meditation is proved scientifically to be highly effective and highly beneficial for everyone and especially ADD people. It improves significantly task completion, decreases impulsivity, and decreases inattention without affecting serotonin levels. There is a lot of studies about this topic, and I will share some of them for whomever is interested in this topic. You will find them all down below. Also, the typical advices that you always hear: light exercise, exposure to sunlight, and good sleep.
Well, duh, but no.
I think those you have to incorporate into your identity because it will gradually benefit you, clarify your mind, especially meditation, clarify your mind so you can think straight. And at the end of the day, productivity isn't about checking off one item of the list. It's about having a life that aligns with your values and your identity. It's about finding meaning in what you do. So before you go downloading the latest productivity app, take a step back, ask yourself, who am I? What do I want? And what kind of life I want to live? Because once you have that clarity, the tools will naturally fall into place. Thanks for sticking with me through this. I hope this video gave you some food for thought. And remember, productivity isn't about the tools, it's about you. So take the time to understand yourself, experiment with different strategies, find what works for you best. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you. What's your biggest productivity challenge? Let me know in the comments below. You will find all the resources down below from the apps I talked about in this video and to different resources that will help you more clarify your mind and find yourself. And stay tuned for more videos about ADHD, productivity tools, philosophy in general, and even open source software reviews. Until next time, keep growing, keep discovering, and most importantly, keep being you. Thank you.